What's up guys, it's your boy Trey Bryant and I'm back to bring you another lifestyle video. This one, as you see in the thumbnail, it is about why I decided to be celibate at 26, which is crazy, I understand. But before we get into that, I want you guys to make sure you are following the channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and definitely go ahead and smash that like button and leave a thumbs up because it helps the channel. And we'll get into it right after this. So yeah, as you guys saw in the thumbnail, you know what we're talking about today. And I know this isn't something that you typically hear a lot of guys talk about, so it's kind of nervous for me to talk about myself, to be honest. But over a year ago, I decided to be celibate. Now, for anybody who's watching this, I want you to know that this journey is a test of discipline more than anything else. The reason why I decided to make this decision, because in my past, I realized how much my life was just focused around sex and just chasing women. Ultimately, it resulted in taking the time away from focusing on my dreams and hopes and goals from what I really just wanted to do. And just breaking some hearts and cutting ties with some relationships. You know, when you get into doing those kind of things, you know, it kind of catches up with you. And sometimes maybe, you know, you kind of avoid true problems that may be going on within yourself. In the last year, I decided to give my life to Christ and make him Lord over my life. I actually developed some convictions about living impure and before marriage and some other things that I was doing beforehand. I also decided to stop smoking weed as well. And that was something that I've been actually smoking weed since I was 18 years old. And so now I'm 26, so you can do the math. That's been a long time. So making these decisions overall, I thought it was really important because I wanted to get back to not feeling like I had to depend on sex, I feeling like I had to depend on weed. And then for me, and not saying that this is for everybody, this is just a decision I particularly made. I want to put that disclaimer out there. But for me, when I decided to actually really make these decisions, it overall helped me better in my life. It helped me focus. It helped me be able to kind of live more spiritual in my life, you know. Now I know that everybody that's watching this may not be religious or look at life from that perspective. But from a biblical standpoint were the main reasons why I decided to make this decision. But from a worldly one, I would say it distracted me a lot from my goals, as I was saying before. I felt like I was devaluing myself every time I decided to sleep with somebody that I didn't see a future with. I think relationships weren't going farther than just really the hanging out stage, and I really didn't want to be in a relationship. And overall, just keeping it a band, having sex with multiple people can be dangerous, especially if you live here in Atlanta. I mean, we do have the highest rate of HIV. So I decided to share my story on Instagram in a post, and this post said this. Now, prior to this, I was really nervous about sharing this at first, but my girlfriend and one of my homeboys told me that it was really important to share this, that this post could impact people far greater than any fashion post that I could make. I knew then when both of them told me that this was something that I needed to do. And surprisingly afterwards, I got a really great feedback from the post and support from people. I guess because I decided to be vulnerable with people on social media. They were vulnerable with me back. I had people coming in my DMs telling me about their journeys and their struggles and why they decided to make the decision, how it worked out for them. And honestly, man, it kind of made me feel like really good and glad that I shared it, because people that were thinking about doing it, after they saw that I was actually doing it and I had done it for over a year, they saw that it was possible and something that maybe they wanted to try afterwards. So it overall made me feel really, really rewarded to feel about that, because I was encouraging other people to do it. And that's the goal, you know, that's what's really important. It wasn't really about, you know, me being nervous about it. It's about me doing what I'm doing right now and sharing my story with you guys.
Make sure you guys go view part 2 of this video where I do Q&A about my experience over the past year. And don't forget to leave a like on this channel and definitely subscribe and be a part of the YouTube family.